Hey guys, it's Dave coming to you from the paddock here in Southern Maryland. It is Tuesday morning. It's early. It's like 10 a.m. I'm starting to get over here early in the morning and just do my all my morning stuff with the day trading right here and not try to move in the middle of the day. So, point of today though is I finished the Irish cask. Did the last bowl this morning. I'm gonna go. You guys sent me party line, so I'm gonna go ahead and open this tin up. It's a plug, I believe, so it's going to be a little bit more work. Tin date 6/6/23. I'm going to open it up, load it up, give you my first impressions. Haven't even opened it yet. No pressure in there. Got a hockey puck. Clear out the two hockey pucks. Ooh, it's sweet. It smells sweet. I haven't even done. Look, it's got these little plugs in there. There's a little plug and then a big, like a brownie plug. Wow. Not sure what I smell yet, but it's sweet. I almost want to say raisiny, or I don't know. I've heard people say dark fruit. Maybe that's what it smells like, a dark fruit. Makes me want to take a bite. But all right, let me prep this up. And hey, you know what? It'd be a good use for that knife I showed you the other day. I'll get it done. I'll show it to you. All right, guys, I got it kind of laid out here in front of me so I can do the work and show you. Here's the two hockey pucks I tore off. Here's the lid. Those are just trash. And I'll get this little guy out. Look, I forget who, somebody sent me this beautiful cutting board from BG Woodworks, who, by the way, did my pipe rack. Let's show you that real quick. I guess while I'm showing you things, I'll show you Sasha there taking a rest. It's her morning rest time. All right, back to work. All right, so there's the little brownie. Here's that monster knife I showed you the other day from Shed Knives. Let's put her to work. So if I cut it this way, you'll be able to see it better. That's hilarious. That's a joke to this knife. It is nice having a cutting board though. So you can see it just making quick work of this thing. I got even one handed. Look at that bad boy. I mean, that's not the perfect knife for this application, huh? I know I'm going to catch a lot of shit for doing this whole plug at one sitting, but that's what I'm going to do. Look at this thing just taking this plug to town. It's sharp, man. Be careful of that bad boy. Alright, let's zoom you back out a little bit. Rub all this out. Rub all these little pieces of the plug that were left after that. Man, look at that. How cool is that? Alright, well, total success on the plug. Total success on my shed knife. Thank you, Jack. And this bad boy's rubbed out and ready to be put in the pipe. Alright, guys, so the tin is put back together. Knife is put away. I just sat here and rubbed it all out. So look at that. Look how rich, brown, and dark that looks. I'm gonna have to read the tin to you and read what Jim Ink says. So let me get that ready for you. All right, guys, let's read what Jim Ink says. The matured burley provides a lot of earth, wood, nuts, bread, mild sugar, along with light molasses, cocoa, and sour sharpness. It takes a small lead most of the time. The St. James Creek offers a fair amount of earth, wood, spice, dried tart plum, figs, mild floralness, and a touch of mesquite as a very competitive supporting player. The sugary sweet stoved Cavendish is a couple of rungs above the condiment line. The aspects of the tart, malty, peaty Scotch topping are earth, wood, smoke, vegetation, mild sourness, a little leather, sweetness, and spice, with a couple of floral notes. A hint of cocoa is in the background. The toppings moderately tone down the tobaccos. The strength is a step past the medium mark. The taste is a slot past that. The nick hit is medium. No chance of bite or hoarseness exists here. The rephezes are minor. This soft crumble cake easily breaks apart and needs no dry time. There's very mild inconsistency in the effect of the varietals, which is typical for crumble cakes. Deeply rich with some nuance, it burns cool, clean, and slightly slow, with a very malty, peaty, nutty, spicy, tartly, sweet, mildly floral, smoky, lightly lightly sour flavor that extends to the pleasantly lingering aftertaste. The room note is pleasant to tolerable, leaves little dampness in the bowl, and requires an average number of relights. Can be an all-day smoke for the veteran arrow smoker and easily repeatable under any circumstance. He gives it 3.5 stars. There's no way I'm going to taste or smell that kind of complexity, but I like to hear what he has to say. All right, guys, now that I've read the reviews, or Jim Ink's review and the tin, I'm better at recognizing scents than creating them. So when I smell this, I definitely get some of this, what he called light molasses, and then the dried tart plum and figs. I definitely get that. That's crazy. And then the earth. So it's earth, light molasses, dark dried tart plum, and figs. Those are the 4 definite scents I get out of this tin. Anyway, reading Jim Inks helps me realize what I'm smelling. There's no way I can smell the 20 things that he says he smells. All right, guys, I've cleaned my pipe thoroughly, deep cleaned it. So the stem is clean, the bowl is clean, the brim is clean. There's nothing in here. It's smooth, no residual, no flakes, nothing. It's cleaned. So I used my Everclear and got it nice and clean. So when I switch, when I switch blends, so like when I switch from Irish Cast to this, I want it clean. I want to start clean. So try to do that every time I switch blends now. So I'll probably spend the next 5 to 7 days on this, depending on how long it lasts. All right, guys, we'll go ahead and load the pipe nice and light. Almost let it just kind of drop in. Don't try to put too much in it at any one time. That's kind of how I do it, especially when I'm doing first tastings. Just kind of just drop it in. So just the lightest of tapping pressure. Not even, I wouldn't even call this packing a pipe. Super light, lots of air in that bowl. And that is ready for lighting. All right, we go. First light. Party line. I can tell it's a super light pack. The draw is super easy. I feel lots of air coming through the tobacco. Uh-oh. I know Greg hates that. Thank you, Greg. Oh, great smoke. Wow, much, much lighter than Irish cask. No judgment either way. I'm not saying that's good or bad. It's just much lighter. Having just done an Irish cask an hour ago. Wow, that's great smoke. Great in my mouth. Great on the retrohale. Wow. Touch of spicy. I guess they'd call it tangy sour if I were Jim Inks. I agree with what he said though. Especially on the retrohale, I get a little bit of that tangy sourness. Quite nice. All right, although I said it was much lighter than Irish cask, it's in the same family in my opinion. It's very the flavors that come through are earthy, smoky, tobacco. It doesn't taste like it smells. You know, it don't taste the fruit, the fig, the molasses. My mouth is not tasting that. I'm tasting the more heavier side, the smoke, the earth, the tart. It's a pleasant smoke. I'm going to smoke this a little bit and I'll come back to you. Well, partway through the bowl, probably a quarter of the way or third of the way through the first bowl. I have to say it's pretty consistent. Yeah, as we approach the halfway mark, I don't detect a lot of change. Um, so I put it up against the coffee test. I'd say it pairs well with coffee. I'm curious, have you ever found tobacco that doesn't pair well with a good cup of coffee? I'm drinking a black cowboy coffee that I bring from home in my working man's thermos. But I have to say it pairs well. It might make a good morning smoke actually because it's light. I would put the taste at medium. It's not in your face in any way. I have to say a totally pleasant experience. I probably won't buy it again just because I mean, look at that shit back there, man. You know, I'm buying special blends on Obtainiums, or if I just find one that is just so fantastic I can't put it down. That is readily available. There it is. It's like 16, 17. It's 1681. That's on Smoking Pipes. So at least I'm not smoking something that's unobtainium or you can't buy. But if you want to pick one up, I'd recommend it. Pick up a tin. I'm not going to deep cellar it, but that's really not a comment on the tobacco more than it is on my cellar. Well, I'll get deeper into the bowl and I'll come back and finish this up. Because I'm probably 80 or 90% of the way through the bowl. I think partially due to how I packed it. I've not had to relight it once. So as I get towards the end of the bowl, some of the other flavors do come through. That fruit, that dark fruit, that fig, that sweetness of the molasses comes through a little bit more at the end of the bowl than it did at the beginning. I'll have to see if that remains true as I get more used to this, as my palate learns it. Maybe it is available up front and I just missed it. If I have to give my mouth likes it, give it 2 thumbs up. I think I can recommend this one. I mean, if you're interested in picking up a tin, if you want to try something a little bit off the beaten path, a blend that I had never heard of before, I think I can recommend this one. All right, guys, I'm going to shut up, get this uploaded. Hope you're having a good Tuesday. Summer has definitely returned here. Yesterday it was 93 all day. In fact, the reason I didn't do a dog yard chat was even at 7, 8 o'clock last night, it was still like 93, 94 degrees and super humid. The humidity's come back too. And it's just not fun for me. And even the dogs don't like going out there when it's that hot. Let's go sit out in the 93-degree humidity and smoke a hot pipe or smoke a hot cigar. It's supposed to be pretty hot through Monday. But if you believe them, Tuesday, the day after Labor Day, we're back into the 70s again now. Now that would be great. And it would stay there, and maybe we broke out of summer a little bit early. That would be fantastic for me. All right, guys. Talk to you later. Bye.